culturally, dancing, music, beats, everything in that regard plays such an integral part in everyone's relationships and the overall vibes and connectiveness of the community was so beautiful to learn and to see. I don't really know anything about Papua New Guinea, so being able to be fully immersed in their culture and learn something that is so special to them and so integral to the way they live their day to day lives was so beautiful to see. I really loved all the interviews, especially with the elders who know the history, who know why they do what they do, and are so proud of their culture and their history. Was so fun to hear and so interesting to hear because you don't really hear about countries like these a lot, or just kind of even countries in which it's so integral for the culture, in which like equality is so important, in which everyone should be on the same page and everyone should respect each other. It was definitely so beautiful. I think my favorite part was them knowing that certain beats meant different things to your relatives. So if a certain beat was played and you could hear it, that means that you should come home for supper, or like, you're needed at home and whatnot. I think that was just really, really cool. I also really liked how they definitely emphasized how the dancing, the musics, it has to be done together. How men and women, they are united, and there's no such thing as a divide because you're all needed for a successful society and a successful community. So I truly loved this piece.
Yeah, I thought this was a well done piece. Worked really great as a cultural exploration of the community, the people there, and the history, as well as a reflection of the musical culture and a sort of performance based experience. I thought that the piece had a really human and compassionate approach to the subjects, and I thought that there was just a lot of striking visual images of the area. Obviously, the opening had a great shot, and the ending of everyone performing. I thought it had a lot of stark sort of images that stuck in your mind because of how vibrant the environment was and how interesting their attire was for their performances. So I thought the piece had a great way to let the people carry the narrative, and I thought it made it a lot more easy to become emotionally attached to the story and understanding the cultural significance of the music and of the drumming. So
it was very insightful to peer into another culture, um, learn about their musical customs, and also learn that if you really think about it, it's not very different from how we express music. Um, they use music for joyous occasions such as weddings and ceremonies, but they also use it for more mournful things such as funerals and honoring the loss of someone. Uh, it's always very interesting to see how even across the world, we all as humans share so many similarities.
I loved this kind of episode, as it were, to learn about their culture and their society and kind of how it came to be, and that what kind of sits at the center of all of that is music and dance, and how even within that there is this level of equality and representation that I think is truly amazing, and I love how that transcends to their society as well. But then also that they're so proud of their culture, they're so proud of their heritage, they're so proud of their way of life, and that they want to teach the next generations and make sure that it perseveres, and that even if it is shared with the outside world, that's fine, but it's really important to them to keep up the specific traditions of their culture on their island where they live. And I think that's so beautiful to have that, and like I said, to have that kind of joy and music and dance be such an important part of their culture. I think is really unique and really, really beautiful that they have certain dances for certain things and certain music plays for, to signify things, like they were talking about like they have a certain like dance that like death dance, and so that like if you hear that beat, that that's happened.
Just a really beautiful opening on the landscapes, and the music was beautiful. Beautiful cinematography. I really liked the setup of this. I know it's episode 3, and saying that there's unique cultures in 4 different parts of the land, of the unexpected, and kind of breaking it down into the 4 parts. And then this episode just focused on one of the parts, which I really then wanted to hear about the other parts. So I'm assuming they're episodes 1, 2, and 4. Love to see those as well. I like that this was set up with who are we? Why are our stories on our skin? An eternal question can't have one definitive answer. I really liked the opening. I thought there was a lot of nice camera work and close-ups here that really, the beautiful colors too, that really just brought me in as sort of, really kind of invested me, I guess, in this story. What defines us, what connects us with our past, what determines our future. I really liked that too. There's a lot of information here on these people and the music that they play and the dances that they do. Thought it was so intriguing and different and unique. And I really wanted to see more. I just thought that the different beats and for the different families and everything was just so cool and just so primitive and back to a very, primitive way of living and without the cell phones and the stuff that we are used to now. I really liked it a lot. Just very interesting, very informative, and easy to understand.
I love how the theme touches on the subject of humanity and asks the question, who are we? And as the video progresses, it slowly unravels and provides such fascinating ideas about who we are or who we might be as humans, and that it cannot have one definitive answer. We are everything at the end of the day, and I love how this music video doesn't really shy away from that and makes for such a great watch. With the visuals and the soundtrack, the slow drumming in the background, it really encapsulates the viewers and makes us sit through it, keeping us really hooked from the beginning until the end.